All right, I think this is the group, and it's 118. Really appreciate all of your patience. But hi, my name is Valerie Caña. Nice to meet everybody. I'm currently a senior designer at a company called Paysign. It's a fintech company based in Henderson. I also have been part of the Las Vegas UI UX meetup for, actually I think this is like my 1-year anniversary when I first found the entire group. And there's basically I joined this group. I found all the UX professionals in Vegas, and they made this meetup. They're basically out of just the kindness of their own hearts in order to make a community with other people who are like-minded and really love the field of UX. And I'm just so grateful to have joined them, and now I'm the usual host for the Las Vegas Tech Alley meetup. So feel free to join our LinkedIn group. It's QR here. I'll also show it at the end of the session today. But just to make sure you stay in contact with the people you're going to meet today and make unfamiliar faces familiar. It's still a group that I've been working on for the past year now. All right, so maybe you all have heard it's Tech Alley's 3rd birthday today. And it's really an amazing organization. I'm sure you've maybe, or actually let me ask, whose first time is it, Tech Alley? Okay, welcome, Lene. Welcome, your second time? And is it your first time? And then everybody else, you've been here multiple times?
Second time.
Second time? Okay, cool, well, welcome back. And the regular, yeah, you're awesome, Nick, for always coming. And yeah, so if you haven't met Josh Levitt, he's the organizer of the entire thing. I was able to talk to him a little while ago to work on a project where I wanted to give back to Tech Alley. And basically I conducted a stakeholder meeting with him to learn about why he made this organization, he's a very busy man. I think he's also running for Congress or something like that. He owns a lot of other businesses, and he's just very involved in the community. So I'm like, why do you even have time to do this? And he said, of course, because building a platform where other people can succeed is the most important thing to him. So he's just a really awesome guy. And yeah, so happy birthday to this organization. And I wanted to use today's meeting as part of my project to help give back. And that project is a Tech Alley website redesign. If you guys have come before, I think I've mentioned it before, but now we're really going to get to work. And so, as a UX practitioner, when we start off with a project brief, we might create a how might we question. So my first question is, how might we improve the Tech Alley website? But thinking about it more, it's important to dig deeper into the problem space and reframe the problem, because the website is only one touch point in the user journey. So I could, just do a heuristic analysis of the site. Since my background is in visual design, sure, I could just say, let's change these colors, let's rebrand, let's make it more accessible. We can fix the layout, we can fix the alignment. But when I did the analysis of the website, there's a lot of opportunities to improve it in terms of content, site architecture, and just new features that should benefit all the users and attendees of this event. So I came up with a different question. How can the website improve to help people throughout their experience before, during, and after attending Tech Alley? But let's dig in a little bit more. After talking with Josh, I realized Tech Alley was created as a solution to a critical problem. I know maybe some people have just moved here, some people have been Vegas locals for a while now, but, oh, thank you so much for closing this door. Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate it. As we all know, Vegas is an up-and-coming hub. Since the pandemic, more people have been moving in. It's been changing our culture. There's new people coming in and out. And And it's really grown in a way that I have not foreseen. I've been living here since 2004, so it's been exactly 2 decades. It's a really long time. I've grown up here, and I've just been falling in love more with the city. But just because I love it a lot doesn't mean that there's not a lot of critical areas where, you know, the city can help support us some more. And that was what Tech Alley was created for, to create a platform where we can come together, build more connections, and try to elevate our career. So the real question is, how can we help support the careers of tech professionals living in Las Vegas? This is the real problem that Tech Alley, like as an entire like entity, is trying to solve. And so this is the question I really want to focus on today, before I go into all of the, you know, technical like website design, like prototyping and layout and colors, because I'm imagining to completely redo the site in a way that will help everybody. So if you've gone to any of my sessions before, you've always see this Design Thinking 101 framework. And if you're not familiar with it yet, it's just a 6-step process of the UX design process, where we empathize with our users. We're going to figure out the problem space. We're going to define what this problem is, ideate solutions, prototype those solutions, test them to make sure they're right and is working, and implement them. But right now, if you guys are all going to help me in the empathize phase. So this is a great opportunity for me to do an opportunity workshop. And what an opportunity workshop is, it's a workshop where we're going to explore what areas of the product are most in need of improvement from a UX perspective. And it's a way to quickly assess what work needs to be done to improve the user experience, what's the highest priority from a business perspective, and what will have the most impact from a user perspective. Of course, like I'm sure a lot of you are trying to build your own product or service, and you'll hear a lot of these kind of qualitative research and through casual conversations. But the first step, you know, in being a UX designer and researcher, is to document these conversations in a more scientific way so that we can filter it, find themes, and then basically when we figure out solutions, we can put it on a matrix of like, okay, what's like low hanging, low effort, or like what are things that we need to just backlog for later. In this time, we use this when you find yourself having general discussions about the need for an improved user experience, but there's no clear momentum or sense of how to get there. Again, like I've been attending Tech Alley for a while. I have my own assumptions, but these are, you know, they're completely biased. They're from my own perspective. And so that's why it's really important to branch out, invite other people of varying perspectives, to get those thoughts all in order. The average time of this, you know, it's not too, you don't have to put in too much time. Usually it's like 3 to 4 hours, an hour to plan and invite people, 2 hours to conduct this workshop. Well, we only have like an hour actually, so I'm going to try to cram as much in it as possible. And then you want to spend an hour to document those learnings and plan the next steps. What we're going to do is we will break up into teams of, actually let me catch you all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll break everyone up into groups of like 4 or 5. I'll also join like each team in various phases, but we're going to go through a painstorm activity. Maybe you heard of like brainstorming, but painstorm is just a great time to complain about the problem. See like every pain point you can and write as many things down. There's no right or wrong answer. At this point of the UX journey, we just want to write as many things as possible. We want to explore more problems in that current product or service. Are there any missed opportunities? You know, maybe there's other similar products where they have a certain strength and that could be added into this model. And there are things where, you know, you just feel like it's just plain important to get right in this product. And then later on, one by one, we'll try to share. Of course, I could do this as a survey, but the great part about doing a workshop is we get to bounce off of each other's ideas, and there's going to be insights that you wouldn't be able to express otherwise if you were just in front of a screen. Again, UX is all about the people. So if you're not talking to real users, it's not a real process or a proper process. But you can always get some kind of research. Even if I just talk to 2 of you, that's better than talking to none of you. But I'm really happy that all of you have come here, and I think this is a really great group. Another thing I do want to add is to always find an opportunity to think about the strengths that the product or service has as well, in order to end the discussion on a more positive note, right? We want to be constructively critical, not just only critical, and give report into things that actually work well. All right, so, okay, perfect. We actually have like an hour left, and I'm going to, basically just break out into groups of 4. No rhyme or reason. You just stand up and find someone maybe you haven't talked to yet with.
This row, let's get
Yeah, get in this row. Yeah? And then maybe like the 4 of you, and then the 4 of you guys over there. Yeah? And then just try to huddle up as best as possible. Yeah. Cool. Oh, here's a paper for everybody. Paper for everybody. Here you go. Hi, here's a paper for everybody. Okay, cool. And then oh yeah, okay, so feel free to grab a pen, everybody. And then you can like separate this chunk of sticky notes amongst you all. Yay. Just as many, just like you can like rip up this chunk of sticky notes and get a pen.
How many pieces can we?
Huh?
How many pieces can we tear it into?
Oh, as many as you want. Yeah. They're from the dollar store, so it doesn't matter. Cool. Oh yeah. Cool. All right. Just get a chunk of sticky notes for the group. And I have way more as well. Thank you. And a pen. I have more pens also. Do you need one?
What method do you drink? One person is writing.
Oh, what?
And we could all write.
Oh, yeah, you can all write. Yeah, I want everybody to write as, on your own sticky notes, just to like, grab 2 or 3 at a time. And I always have more. There's more sticky notes over here. I'll just put them like here. Oh yeah, I'm just having everybody get your sticky notes, and then I'll continue. Yeah? Oh yeah. Of course. There you go. Awesome.
You haven't given us instructions.
No, not yet. So did everyone like introduce themselves? Okay, cool. All right, so. All right. Okay, first set of instructions is, so everyone should have gotten like one piece of this big paper. We're going to go over 6 sections. So we're just going to start with 1. Like just draw a line in the middle and then write 1 at the corner. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I just want you to number them so it's easier for me to look at them later when I synthesize everything. Okay. Cool. Yeah, fold it in half. Write 1. Okay, cool. And then we're going to focus on these set of questions under work environment and opportunities. You can answer any of the questions, all of them, one of them, none of them, but I drafted these set of questions to work under this theme, which is your work environment and opportunities. So maybe answer like, what are the biggest challenges you face in your day-to-day work as a tech or product design professional in Las Vegas? Do you feel that there's enough job opportunities for us in this city? Why or why not? How do you perceive the level of competition in the Las Vegas tech job market? And have you experienced any difficulties in finding projects or clients that match your skills and experience? If so, can you share these examples? If there's other questions that you can think of underneath this broad topic, please feel free to do so. I'm going to set the timer for, let's do 10 minutes. Let's see, hold on. Well, I will set a timer for 10 minutes. I forgot where it is on FigJam. And basically, you're just going to write as many sticky notes as you can and put it on this half of the paper.